Working 9 to 5, what a way to make a living, barely getting by. It's all taking and no giving.
What's today's job then?
So today's job is being a glass blower. I'm at the original Bristol Blue Glass, just south of Bristol. I'm going to be working on the hot floor this morning.
Sounds painful.
Sounds like it could be painful. The term irons in the fire originates from that machine on the right hand side. So I need to make sure there's enough irons in the fire for the glass blowers to do their thing. And then maybe I get to make a tumbler or a swan. The swan's unlikely.
From the off, the hot floor was potentially hazardous. From glowing irons to furnaces set to the temperature of an exploding volcano, I was sweating before I'd even started. It was a challenging and sometimes stressful environment, magnetised by the heat of the room. Jim, the man at the top, left me in no doubt that I'd have to watch my step, with a warning that I'll never forget. If one of those irons fresh from the furnace hits you in the stomach, it'll boil your organs. These guys are incredibly skillful, dancing swiftly around the room, all the while ensuring the safety of the people around them. They have to keep moving in order to maintain the heat of the glass, else it won't be malleable enough to form into the desired shape. New glass products seem to appear in a few seconds. Even watching a wine glass in creation was mesmerising. Dave, who was given the thankless task of looking after me, can make a glass swan from nothing in about 6 minutes. It's remarkable. I wasn't quite so ambitious, but was hopeful of creating something more simple, perhaps an item that one day I could take a drink from. But sadly my temporary glass-blowing career was brought to a halt sooner than I'd have hoped. I hadn't shown a great deal of promise, to be honest, dropping my first collection of molten glass on the floor, and then on my second attempt creating what can only be described as an inappropriate shape at the end of my iron. It reminded me of Ghost, just hotter. I quickly became friendly with the cooling bucket, which I filled with discarded irons. Eventually I managed a successful bauble, but as I took charge at the workbench, I literally grabbed the wrong end of the stick. The next half an hour was spent holding blistered fingers beneath cold, running water.
I put my fingers on the hot bit. Just look down and instantly I can see them flaking. It just shows how much care you've got to take doing this job.
Frustrated by my foolishness, I was resigned to taking a step back for the rest of the morning. Although Dave was kind enough to let me have a quick blow to create the hollow bit of a tumbler he now had to make for me.
You happy with a tumbler? Very happy with a tumbler. But he hasn't read it at this stage.
He wanted to make a paperweight with a little swan inside.
Swan inside?
Maybe a swan with a fish inside the swan.
Yeah, I think that's possible.
Despite the obvious danger, the hot floor was a beautiful, artistic place. And Tom got so excited filming things, he ended up getting an iron in the head. With blood pouring from a small wound, he took my place over the sink. We'd certainly added some grey hairs to the staff at Bristol Blue Glass.
We all need therapy after this.
But I should add that Tom and I take full blame for our own injuries. I could have watched the glass blowers at work all day long, and as the viewing platform's free for visitors, I strongly recommend a visit when you next get the chance. For now though, I think I'm going to leave this job to the professionals.
I'm going to be working on the hot floor this morning.
That sounds painful.
Sounds like it could be painful.